to Her Soul Heals. I am Shia. So in today's topic, I'm not going to make the video too long, but I wanted to kind of talk about toxic family. Toxic families, oh gosh. First, let's just dive deep into what a toxic family looks like, the system. It's toxic family dynamics are typically behaviors that are negative. Either if it's gossiping, jealousy, control, manipulation, lack of boundaries, triangulation. These are the forms of pretty much toxic family dynamics. Always arguing, there's always conflict in toxic family dynamics. And unfortunately, if you all do not seek the help that is needed, it's going to be a continuation of toxic. In most toxic family dynamics, there's no accountability going to be taking place, nothing. And a lot of times it can do a lot of damage to the person who is trying to break free from toxic dynamics, and the person who is willing to walk away and say, look, I am going to try to heal, and I am going to break free from this because I recognize what this looks like, and I don't want to form this in my own personal life. So a lot of times in toxic family dynamics, you are going to see the same type of patterns. A lot of toxic family dynamics, they are very dismissive. They're very controlling of your feelings and your emotions. They a lot of times don't take accountability. They lack boundaries. They are quick to judge. They are quick to say very negative things about you. Those are toxic behaviors of toxic family. When you are the person who is on more like on a wavelength of trying to break free from that, or if you're the one who is like, I don't want to deal with this, you are going to be the one that get talked about the most. Okay, so if you are the person who's saying like, look, who don't indulge in a lot of the toxic behaviors and patterns, more than likely you are going to be put as like the black sheep or like the scapegoat of the family dynamic, because like you're breaking free from this is normal to them, but to you it's not. So because it's not normal to you and it's normal to them, they're going to make you feel like you're the oddball. What I've seen is that a lot of times toxic family patterns, they are often judgmental. They are often lack boundaries. So what you're seeing in a lot of toxic family dynamics is that they do not like the word no. Anytime you are putting up a boundary with anyone that is toxic or anyone that is feel obligated, most families feel obligated. They're like, how dare you say no to us? How dare you put up a boundary? How dare you put your own emotional needs first? They don't want to hear that. They question everything. Toxic, unhealthy family dynamics will point blame and point shift, but they will never hold accountability. They will make you feel, first they will neglect your own emotional values. They will make you feel unseen, unheard. When you are in a very unhealthy toxic dynamics and family systems, they a lot of times have they criticizes you. They will judge you outside of that. They will talk down on you, and they will also make you feel fearful and make you feel guilty for choosing your own peace and happiness over them. This is an unhealed, traumatizing situation, and a lot of times if you are the person who is considered, what word I'm looking for? You're considered, like going on a different path, and you like, I don't want to deal with this because I know that it's not right. Toxic systems will always make you feel like you did something wrong. And also, another form of toxic family is that they will, like, say something happened in a family system, they will shift blame. They will actually go back to other family members and criticize you, or make them feel more superior, like you did something to them. That's why, if you are a person who are on a spiritual journey, or you are on just a regular healing journey, you cannot grow in toxic dynamic. It's going to stunt your growth. A lot of times you're going to feel very like painful inside, because you know it's not right, but at the same time you're like, I don't want to disappoint the family that I was brought into. But what I've realized on my own journey is that my mental health, my emotional health, my spiritual means more to me than anything. Life is about growth. Life is about evolving. Life is about being peaceful, bringing yourself peace. Life is about, sharing good energy among each other, and not using, not using negative, as a negativity as a form of bonding. In very toxic family systems, you're going to notice that a lot of them gossip about one another. Like, a lot of toxic negative family dynamics, they do a lot of gossiping. A lot of gossiping. There's a lot of talking about you, a lot of put downs, and a lot of jealousy. And if you are the one who has a different type of mindset outside of your family system, you are going to look as being different. You are going to look as being, disappointing them, because they don't understand that in this system is normal to them. And how you know it's not normal is when you go do the work, or you around people that's considered more like in a healthier space, and you tell them like what you've been going through, and they're like, wait a minute, that's not normal. When I think of family, I think of a support system. I think of people who are there for you emotionally. I know that every family dynamic is not perfect, but I don't think that family systems should be, saying very hurtful, negative things about a person, that if it gets to them, it can really do damage to them. Family's supposed to be there to help you heal, to help nourish your soul, who's there to support you when you're going through some very dark times in your life. If you find yourself confessing to family members about certain things, and then they're, instead of uplifting you and giving you good advice or being there for you, they go back and talk about you and share what you have shared to them personally and share to other people, and it gets back to you that they say some very hurtful things, that is not a supporting family system. It's a very negative, toxic family system. And if you find yourself going through that, it is best for you to walk away. You have to walk away from people who is not going to help you evolve, or who is not going to be there to help you mentally, spiritually, and physically, and emotionally. People think that because you're family that, oh, I'm supposed to allow you in my space. Although you're negative, although you're toxic, that does not mean that you get to be in my life or say very hurtful things about me. But then when it comes back to me and I address you about it, you don't take accountability. Instead, you deflect and you project. We have to learn that our life is valuable, and you teach people how to treat you. And sometimes you have to walk away from people who brings you no peace in your life, or who always saying very negative, hurtful things, or who is not there for you emotionally. That is not okay to be disrespected. It's not okay to allow people to just put their own emotional trauma onto you.